Can y'all hear me?
No.
No.
There you go.
You're fucking gravy. You're fucking gravy.
Yeah, I'm at. You still bleeding?
Thanksgiving begins a very special time of the year for us. It's the time of peace and reflection, and of getting ready for the new year. One thing we should all be thankful for is that we live in America, where we have the freedom to change things and the opportunity to...
Welcome to the Drunk Turkey Show, starring Big Blue.
Okay, can I say hi, Kim?
Hi. Oh, I love you. You are just like a giant.
Lady Liberty just squirted in my face. And when you do drink with a straw, the myth is you get more drunk because you get more air mixed in.
Hi, Maggie.
Like, you know how the band's going like this? It goes, ooh,
Yeah.
when it hits my butthole. Last time I went to Mexico, I stopped by a little stand and the lady had gloves. I was like, lady, take off those gloves. I need that shit.
It wasn't.
Why am I drinking beer so you can feel good and like it tastes good? What the hell's the point of this?
And Daniel J.
I got a friend named Jonathan Martinez who's not allowed in the library. Yo puede hablar español cuando yo te mando. You look very handsome tonight, LJ.
Every day. It's an everyday thing. I gotta
Wake up because his excellence.
Y'all watch them every Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. I get to see them every day. I get to see that. I get to see those chicks every day. And what's on his face?
And the other ones.
From the year 3000, it still sucks. This is Philip J. Fry, and you're listening to the Drunken Turkey Show. Your one stop for this sort of thing. Hit that button, like and subscribe. You know what to do, just like every other podcast.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Drunk Turkey Show. I'm Daniel. Alongside with me are the homies. Hi, man, Blue. Blue, how you doing, my man? You look like you're doing something down there.
Yeah, I was fixing something on my computer because I had to unplug something, but I got it. I got my second screen working again, so we're good.
You got it. You got it. What about you, Jaime? You're muted, by the way.
What?
You were muted. How you doing, my man?
I'm doing good, man. But I think Blue was closing out the windows for porn.
You know we can see your screen there in the reflection of your glasses, Blue.
Hey, BBW is all the way.
Fucking Blue. Well, anywho, today we don't have a topic to talk about necessarily. We got a couple of headlines. If you guys have any questions about anything, any of the particular cases that are going on, or anything in particular, just come over to us. I also want to say send out a special thanks to Sissy, one of our mods and members. She threw in we got a package today, a lot of toys for little Rogan, and we appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Nice.
Nice.
Let's see. Meg P has a question. I didn't see it. You're gonna have to ask it again. I'm sorry. Wait, never mind. I found it. Meg P's question is: I have a question about DNA. So if they run DNA through CODIS and it doesn't come back with a hit, but then they run it through a DNA testing and it directly gives you the name, then you just go. Not necessarily. So CODIS is only a name or list of peoples who have committed a crime, things like that, right? And so if you necessarily are going to get, you probably could find somebody else through these ancestry lines or whatever they use, 23andMe, as a form to find relatives. But if a name comes up, like a direct name, you can't just go. Oh, wow. 10K. All right.
Wait, wasn't it 50 earlier?
I don't remember. Oh, yeah, it was 50.
It was 50, sir. He's lowballing us now.
Yeah, he's lowballing now. That's our good friend who's not allowed in libraries, Jonathan Martinez.
I like how you put all his information there.
Well, his name is completely there. Well, there's a few Jonathans out there in the world, including one that's an anchor in our local city. So that could be the Jonathan Martinez we're talking about, but probably not. Don't sue us.
I'll tell him where he lives after the
right
for members only.
For members only. So you can't just go because that eye test that they basically built up, it doesn't necessarily like test the DNA between one person and another directly, right? They don't create the profile. And so what they would have to do is what they did in this case, which is build a case against Kohberger, not utilizing that. All right. And basically, you know how in the Richard Allen case, guys, where they said that, oh, we have a report that he had done that we just found. All right. And that's how they went back and talked to him. So they have an incident that occurred or something that had occurred, or they knew about Richard Allen since the incident occurred, right? Because he went in and talked about it the next day, right? To the conservation officer. Yet he wasn't a suspect. So that's the same thing here, where they knew Bryan Kohberger November 29th because of the WSU police officer that was, looking for white Elantras. They knew his name, but that doesn't mean he was a suspect at that moment. Does that make sense? Do you guys understand what I'm trying to say?
Like us or the chat? Everybody in the world.
Everybody in the world, listen to me. Do you understand?
Yes. Yes, we do.
Yeah, I get
so,
it.
Yeah, that's basically the way it works for me. Good question, though. Good question. If you guys have something that you want us to read, please put a couple of stars by it. That way it attracts our eyes. We may not get to all those. The colors do definitely come through. So we'll answer all of the super chats and new members. Thank you, Renee Days, for becoming the newest YouTube member. We appreciate that. All right. So there's a story going on right now that Ring is offering a $1 million award for video proof of aliens or UFOs on their Ring devices. What do you think? Why do you think they're doing this? I'll ask you. Why do you think Ring is offering $1 million prize for video proof of aliens?
Well, obviously publicity, right?
Right.
That's one of the main reasons, I'm pretty sure. Second, we're gonna have to buy a costume for Blue and a Ring camera.
I already got the Ring camera
and the costume. So Jonathan comes back with a random question: thoughts on the newest Exorcist movie? About to watch it. I haven't. I mean, I've seen the trailers. It seems pretty exciting.
Yeah, that's good.
When are you coming on the show? Is the question for Jonathan?
That is the question. It has to be tomorrow, maybe by himself.
Right. Could you?
No, I seen the preview to it, man, and I'll be honest, man. I don't think anything's gonna be as scary or as nerve-wracking as the original one from the 70s.
Right. No, I agree.
I did like the Pope's Exorcist. It was good. So it wasn't better than the original because when we were kids we all got scared, but it was pretty good compared to some of the ones. Just have your thunder blanket.
So you seen the new one, Blue? Is that correct?
You've seen this? Not the newest one. The newest one just came out in theaters. I saw the one that came out last year. It's called the Pope.
You know what, Blue? Like we should all go. And Blue, you need to dress like the Exorcist. You know how when they Star Wars premiere, you'll see people dressed like Darth Vader and Kylo Ren. Blue will like dress you up like the Exorcist with the vomit, the whole 9 yards. It'll be great. I've never seen anybody do that. Probably for good reason.
Yeah.
Well, anywho, so Ring offers $1 million. Oh, well, go ahead, Jaime.
I don't know. After the incident of the Dark Knight incident, so I don't know if you should be dressed up as anything.
That's true.
There was, I saw a lot of people dressed as Barbie not that long ago. So yeah, they still allow costumes at the movies.
Was it you?
Yes,
it was.
I was wearing my latex pink skirt and my tank top.
My favorite.
That sounds sweaty. That sounds sweaty, Blue.
Sounds like you look like a chorizo.
Life in plastic, man.
Life is plastic.
What's it called? Do you think there's gonna be a bunch of videos being like submitted?
Probably.
Ring camera.
Probably they're gonna be all fake. So this is actually like a good publicity thing, or no, this is a good way to get people to buy the ring, because the stipulation is they have to get it on their Ring device, right? So people are gonna go out there, and this is an effort for people to buy it. So let's just say, and that Ring is betting on the fact that there's no aliens out there, or there's no UFOs, right? So what they're doing is basically getting people to go buy their Ring devices with a prize that's non-existent. And the hope is for more people to just come in. But I guess if somebody does offer a video of aliens coming and touching down on Earth, it may not be the best, sign for us as human beings. So maybe Ring doesn't care. You know what I mean? Blue, you're muted, by the way.
Yeah. That'd be funny, like to see like all these experts and all these cameras everywhere, and we get a real video from a Ring camera. That'd be crazy, right? If that was the case.
Yeah. That would be. Blue, what are you thinking there, man? You're looking down, you look like you're thinking hard.
Yeah, I was gonna see if I have a video and I could win the contest already.
Blue, having a ring posted up at the border doesn't count, my man. That's not the right.
Hey,
that's not the aliens we're looking for.
No, you'll catch more in New York. You catch more in New York. Yeah, I just sent the video on the chat. You gotta post that video, because I swear that was an alien yesterday when I saw it at the gas station.
I have to proof see this, but last time you sent us a video that was inappropriate.
Yeah, I opened that in school, man. So I was picking up my kids, and all I heard was moaning and grunting. It was weird,
dude. One time,
and it was just Blue eating the hot dog. It was
weird. One time, man, we had a couple of Brittany's friends over, right? Mm-hmm. My wife's friends, they came over. They were actually selling like box for the TV, right? And long story short, yeah, they were coming and they were like installing it and showing us. And Brittany's other friend had come over and was just kind of hanging out. And she had her phone volume all the way up. And these good, honest people were here, trying to fix the TV box. And then all of a sudden, I guess Ariel ends up clicking on some video on Facebook. It just so happened when everybody's quiet, you just hear all these moans coming from her phone. Mm-hmm. And I think there was even somebody there to fix the internet too. So there was like a lot of people there, and everybody just kind of looks at her, and she's like, "I'm not watching porn, guys. I swear." It was one of those Facebook, videos where it says, "You're gonna want to turn up the sound for this one," and then they get you with the old razzle dazzle. You know what I mean?
I have a similar story like that happened to me. Was pretty embarrassing. I'm pretty sure now it's not so taboo to say that you watch porn or whatnot, right? So okay, here it is. This is what happened. So I went to Home Depot, right, and I was looking at lights like for my mom's, because one of the lights went out. So I went to go buy one, and I saw this light that had like a Bluetooth speaker on it. I was like, hell yeah, I'm gonna buy that for my mom, because my mom likes to like listen to music while she cleans, right? She's Mexican, right?
Yeah,
they all do. We're putting that Selena on that, and they're jamming out. And I set it up for her, and I was like, here, this is how you do it. And I put Pandora and whatever. Anyways, she was listening to it, took off. Next day I went over, and I was outside. an hour or two before that, you know, I was watching some video. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Well, anyways, I get to my mom's. I open my internet browser on my phone, and it's connected to the Bluetooth in the kitchen, bro. And everybody was there playing loteria, and this video just starts playing, man. I'm like, oh crap! It didn't want to, like, my phone froze, so it wouldn't like stop. So I had to go and just unscrew the speaker from the light. True story.
Like nothing to hear, nothing to see here, guys.
Yeah, I just walk out. I haven't been to my mom's I haven't been back in 10 years.
I can imagine, man. And what kind of event was this going on at? Loteria, you said?
Yeah, they're like, my mom likes to like have her, like, my cousins, my aunts, and uncles to go over there and make food and like, you know, play loteria one night. But like, that was like the worst thing that could have happened.
Yeah, I can imagine. Well. And for those that don't know what loteria is, it's like a Spanish bingo, right?
So Mexican bingo.
You know it. You know, that's the only bingo I've ever won at. One time. And my mom used to make me go with her all the time. And I would go and I would get a card. I'd always lose, except this one time when I wasn't paying attention. And and then I looked down. I was like, "Oh shit, I won bingo!" And I won like $150. And I was like, "Hell yeah!" And probably $500 in my life going to the bingo to have won $150. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I'm not sure if that's a win or not.
I don't think it matters anymore.
I think it's still fun.
You were like 12, so
I was like 17.
With interest. It was like last year.
Right. With inflation. Hold on. So, there's another article that came out that I wanted to show you guys. This one's talking about AI. Man, AI is everywhere. Have you guys like utilized AI by any chance?
Not lately. Well, they're saying, like, weren't they saying like Samsung used AI to like get people to buy their phones because they were using AI with their camera to like make it seem like the moon was actually, like, you could see the definition of the moon. You didn't see that?
I didn't, but that's a pretty good trick.
Yeah, like this guy, he went into his room, put a piece of white paper like on the wall, and he started zooming in, and the camera or the whatever, microchip or whatever like settings it has, what it does is like it's so bright, the white part, that the AI just makes it look like the moon, like the surface of the moon.
Oh, those bastards. I feel like that's what they did when they said that we would win. What are you pausing for?
I was reading this.
Your voice went out, man. It was weird.
Who, mine or Blue's?
No, yours, Danny.
Damn it. Danny's. Anyone else think the national cell phone alert was prepping us for a future alien announcement? That's where my mind went. What do you guys think? You think that's going to happen anytime soon? Blue Beam?
It needs to happen. Because a bunch of us will be liars.
I think it's more like prepping us for like a attack from somebody. One side of the U.S. gets hit, so that way we all know.
Maybe it's the rapture. I saw this video that I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's fake. It's probably from a movie or something. But it was a police officer that pulled over. Had a traffic stop, and basically the officer had body cam footage and dash cam footage, and you can see the officer walk up to this vehicle. They're talking to the person that I guess they ran a stop sign or something, and she gets the license and registration. And on the body cam, you can see her turn and say, "Hey, your registration's expired." And when she turns back, the person's gone. Completely vanished. Have y'all seen that?
That's like Batman shit right there, man.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
Yeah. You should send it to us. Or you can't play it on here? Well, you gotta find it, right?
Yeah, I'll find it real quick. I don't think it'll take that long, and I'll see if I can play it. But it's pretty crazy. It was on the old TikTok. So I don't know. I don't know how real it is.
It could. Maybe it is real.
It would be crazy, man.
Right. I saw a TikTok earlier about they were talking about the moon landing as well. How like it's super fake, and how what the NASA is saying that the reason they haven't gone back is because they lost the technology to it and all this stuff, which is it's a pretty shitty excuse, you know.
Yeah.
Supposedly like the what's it called? The official reason that they can't go is because most of the stuff that they taped on the moon landing got reused because they didn't have enough tapes back then. So they just reused the tapes of them landing on the moon and have more footage of the moon, but they don't have it because they recorded it over it. Just like when I recorded the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, I totally pirated it.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Watching this one TikTok that was bringing up like flat Earth and stuff and mathematics. I think it's bullcrap, but some of the stuff kind of makes sense sometimes. But I don't believe in that whole flat Earth thing. I think that was bullcrap. But then I don't know. I've been in a lot of planes, and there was this video of this hot air balloon that went up into like space or whatnot. It didn't have one of those fish lenses. Everything looked flat. It was pretty crazy. But this is the vanishing people, the people vanishing. This is probably part of some movie that hasn't come out yet. And yeah, we can watch this. I have it muted. So that way, I think it has music on there.
We won't get copyrighted.
There's Chingo Bling music on it.
You know it. So as you can see there at the bottom, they have the lady. You can see the officer talking to the lady.
I was gonna say something, but I don't know. That's gonna be. Oh, thought it was me. I thought it was me.
Just say it.
No.
So,
what the deuce? That was pretty cool.
let me see if. I'm gonna have to
I don't know,
stop
man.
sharing it. Let me share it with the audio on.
Hey, how's it
I
going?
was speeding, wasn't I?
I don't
Yeah,
hear
you
music, so I think
completely
we're
blew
all right.
past that stop sign in front of me.
I did.
Oh, I do
I'm
hear
so
music.
sorry. I
Okay.
literally didn't.
These bastards. Hold on.
Let's just talk over it.
I want to just kind of put something on in the background.
I didn't even see it.
All right, no
this
worries.
is my first time being pulled over.
All right, can I see your driver's license registration, please?
Yeah.
Not a big deal.
Here's my license, but this is my.
I'm gonna have to pause it because of this damn music every freaking 10 seconds. That's the reason why I didn't want to show it. You're good.
Where are you headed to where you're speeding and missing stop signs?
I was just headed to a friend's house. It's like literally right there. It's a
Okay.
birthday party.
Got it.
Oh my.
Any drugs or alcohol in the vehicle?
No.
So, first and foremost, does this person look like a real? Does this look like a real stop, or does this look like there's some acting involved?
The acting.
What's that?
Somebody said.
What's it
Missing
called? I
phone.
feel like it's a little like a skit. It feels like a skit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you. I'm gonna actually
I mean,
slow it down a little bit. Maybe that way we
this-
don't get hit.
Let's be honest. Like, she took out that driver license pretty damn fast.
Well, Some
like
people reach
Gambit.
for it as soon as they saw the light.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if a lot of people are gonna be reaching that fast. Right.
That's true. That's true.
All right. Sit tight, Sarah. I'll be right back. Your registration is What the?
Now,
Sarah?
let's slow down. All right, I'm gonna take the. Now that we know what was said, let's bring it back. Do you look at the top screen?
But
We'll
look at the
focus.
registration in his hand. It looks like, or her hand. It looks like it's a handwritten note.
All right, we'll look at that in a second. All right, let's see. Do you see like an edit or anything? No, that's not handwritten, no, bro.
Go back a little bit.
I'm trying to. That's not handwritten up.
Yeah. You know, but this is like I've been seeing a lot of videos of these. I think it's a trend going on about this. Especially I saw one with the kids on the school bus as well.
Oh, dude, I saw that one too. That one's from a movie, I think.
I don't know, but it was horrible acting, so I wouldn't pay too much.
Right there. Like,
No, that's not a handwritten note. But I have the luxury of seeing it on the big screen. Let me bang and bang.
They didn't do anything. Where are we?
It's actually the registration.
Did we just vanish too?
We did.
We did.
I saw the one. I saw the one for. I've seen a couple of them. There's also like glitches supposedly that happen in real life. I've seen this one where it was like that one actually looked pretty real because it was so simple. You know what I mean? Like this girl was like cutting. I think it was a lemon.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was a lemon. They cut the lemon right in half, put it down, and she would go back, and it was like still intact. It was still whole. She was like, "What the hell?" And it's like from a security camera. It's like, you know what I mean? So it was kind of weird. If I find it, I'll send it.
Yeah, man. There's some weird stuff, dude. I saw this one thing from a security camera. It was like this guy had a heart attack. And it was this guy that passed.
Mm-hmm.
He's in like a convenience store, and he has a heart attack, and he goes down, and then all of a sudden, like, the boxes behind him just move on their own. Kind of like somebody like looked down and got scared and fell into it. It was weird, man. It was weird.
Yeah, I've seen videos too where like people pass like during accidents and stuff, and they take like crime scene, like not crime. I don't know, they're not crime scene, but actually like the I guess investigators that take pictures right of all the scene. And there's times that it looks like there's someone's like shadow, like a shadow person looking down or something. You ever seen that one? There's a couple of them like that.
I haven't.
That was crazy today, man. Show that video I sent, but like I guess muted. I don't think I have any music on there, but there is music in the background.
No, you're just saying weird stuff.
Yeah. Just mute it and show the video, and I'll tell you what happened.
Hold on. I want to see what Just Me says. Is that someone with a camera in the window reflection?
For a second, you see the cop's reflection on the door, like panel.
Let's see.
Right there, if you probably take us off, and maybe we'll see more. I don't know. It's split screen. But when she disappears, you do see like in the back window, you see the reflection of the cop.
Hey, Blue, whisper the word "papi."
I don't see anybody in there.
It's supposed to say "papi chulo."
All right, so this is registration. It does look like right. I don't know from where.
It's all electrical.
So you see the reflection there.
Does that look like a real cop's badge?
I'm not really sure. I don't know. Oh, I mean, I think you would be the better person to ask. You ask yourself that, sir. You ask yourself
so
that.
It's so shiny.
Dude, we should
I
do
see
the podcast just like this.
I see the radio. I see the radio on the side, and I think I see the body camera on the shirt.
Yeah.
I don't see a name tag, which is
Yeah, you
which
see
is
it right
weird.
there. You see it right there, like right above the word B. You start seeing the lining of where her name would be.
I thought that was part. My eyes are bad. I thought that was part of the radio, the mic.
It looks like the name to me.
It could be. I went forward a little bit too far.
Wonder where this is at.
Oh no. Oh, why does it clip out that way?
Mm-hmm.
That was interesting.
No, it has to be something for a movie, man. Or nowadays they're getting people to just to get views on TikTok.
When she's walking back to the car, that's right. The badge would be on her left side. I was seeing the badge was on the left side. Would be.
They're usually on the left, I think, except for Los Angeles department, have it on the right side. But I could be wrong. I've never been employed there, but I had heard that they put it on the right side because of the movies or whatever, or something like that. And I'll tell you what makes me think it's completely fake.
What's
There's
that?
two things.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of this video, see, there's that cutoff, which is weird. But she calls on the thing. She goes 3201 to dispatch, which is I'm assuming her number, but well, that's not the same number that's on the police unit right here. But that doesn't necessarily mean that that's the same. That could just be the police unit. And then it goes, I have a missing, and then it cuts off. But it seems like she's going to say, I have a missing persons. And if I was in that situation, that's not what I would necessarily think that's what that situation is. If anything, it'd be somebody took off, left the scene, and under mysterious fashion, I don't know. Let me put us back on the screen. I forgot about that. And then the next thing is this right here says this is cap cut. I don't know what that is, but I think it's some sort of editing
it's a gang.
tool.
It's a gang.
It could be a gang. That's what happens when you snitch. Cap cut.
Good. They just did a heart. I'm not really sure.
So those are the two things that kind of stood out to me about it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think it's fake. Especially like I said, I've seen a bunch of these on the TikTok. On the TikTok. The one with the bus, and then just people like just disappearing in the middle of the day. I think there was one also in like a hospital, I believe, where like this guy is using crutches and then like disappears and the crutches just fall. And it wasn't just like one person; it was like 6 or 7 people or some shit like that. So I don't know.
Probably a movie. So let's go back to this this AI technology that basically was able to translate 5,000-year-old tablets. I'm not even going to try to say it. Blue, you're the expert in words. What is this word?
Which one?
When I just
which one? The one that we skipped over?
The one that's highlighted?
Yeah.
Okay. Cuneiform?
Cunha? It could be. I was not thinking Cunha. I was thinking pun.
Yeah,
Uniform?
I know.
Uniform. What do you think, Jaime? Can you pronounce that word? What do you think?
It was.
I just figured since Blue is like a certified archaeologist that he would have understood what this word was.
Well, I would say uniform.
Cunha. All right, so apparently this this form of writing, right, is apparently like this etching stuff, right? And these tablets were, I guess, created 3,000 years or 3,400 years before BC, or 5,400 years ago. Basically, is when these things were created. The language that is used to write this apparently is like there's no common language on Earth right now that derives from this language. Like, you know how like Latin words and stuff you can trace it back over. This one you can't, and it only is found in texts in Sumerian and Akkadian languages. Now, Sumerian were like the first alien, or I keep calling them alien, were the first ancient civilization that developed writing, and that was like, I want to say like 5,000 BC, 4,000 BC, somewhere around there. So this is the Akkadian language, and some of the things are interesting. Like for instance, the king's word to the clergyman is one thing that it translated. Or that's the human translation. And the AI, I think, came up with the king's word to the man. So it sounds like, regardless, it kind of sounds like almost religious text. What would you think?
More than likely. Maybe those are the tablets.
These are the... Now, this is why I say Blue is an expert, because they call this study or whatever best by, it's called the bilingual evaluation under 4 code Blue 4. So Blue, take it away. What does this all mean?
I don't know. This means that AI is getting so smart that it's picking up all the old hieroglyphics and is able to read this stuff now, which is pretty crazy. Which I understand, because man, our phones can do so much nowadays. It was funny today. I had to go to a meeting, and there was somebody standing at the door, and they're like, "What's this picture of this thing on the wall?" They said we had to sign in on this thing. I'm like, "Oh, the QR code?" I was like, "Yeah, you just had to take a picture with your phone," and they didn't know what to do, so I had to show them how to use a QR code. And I'm like, I didn't know my phone could do that. I'm like, that's how the government watches you. That's how the government watches you.
What's it? Somebody's talking about pozole, man. Somebody's talking about pozole. Don't be talking about pozole or any kind of food, because I'm starving. Please.
Pozole is really good. All right, so there's some more translation here. It says, if the day of disappearance of the moon reaches its normal length, the days of the ruler will be long. I guess it's trying to say, like, determining the seasons. Summer days are long. I don't know. The ruler,
like fortune cookie to me.
Could be. And the other translation says, if the day reaches its normal length, a reign of long days, which is like what I'm saying. I think that means pretty much like the summer solstice or whatever it's called. I don't know any of that shit, but where's the longest day?
We do have one with eclipse coming up soon. I saw that they're selling the glasses at Home Depot for the eclipse.
Really?
Yeah. Should be sometime this month.
Interesting. I keep hearing like every other 5 years or so, like, this is an eclipse that you're not going to see for the next 50 years. And then like 3 years later, there's a new one.
No, man, I've seen like 20 in my lifetime. I don't know what the hell's going on.
It's the Matrix, my man. It's the Matrix.
Right. Somebody was talking about Chinese food, and I was like, so what's going on, man? Like, why is everybody talking about food? Did they know I'm starving, or
don't tell anybody?
Did you show them our private text?
So
you know, one time I went to
on after this, and I'll tell you a story.
All right, we'll put it up after this, Blue, and you can tell us your story.
One time I went to Panda, right? I went to go eat, and I got myself. They gave us like little fortune cookies, and I opened one that said, "Sorry, try again." I opened the other one that had nothing in there.
And said, "Read the first one." So here's another translation. Human translation was, on the 21st day, the king does not go down to the house of God. And the machine translation, or the AI, was, on the 21st day, the king goes down to the house of God. So it does get, according to man, they're the ones that are right and not the AI that translated it. So they're saying that AI can get some things wrong, because obviously that it was translated that he does not go down, because that was what the humans translated. Which one do you think is right? The human translation or the AI that I don't know. Which one do you think is more accurate?
I think AI is pretty advanced so far, but you still got, experts and they've been studying this for plenty of years, So I think I'll go with the human on this one.
What about you, Blue?
Yeah, I would say the AI, man. It's getting up there. Even Elon Musk is saying that we need to put some regulations on it because it's going to get out of hand.
It could. It very well could. I mean, just like you had mentioned, there's been like the human aspect for a very long time, and they've been translating this stuff. This AI program had the information for a month, I think, and it was able to get to this point. What took human beings like a century or so, because they've had these tablets trying to translate them for like the longest time. Yeah. It took a month for AI. So I don't know. I tend to think that, the AI doesn't have the human error aspect of it. You know what I mean? So we'll see. But yeah, in topics of conversation.
That video that lady's giving herself a self breast cancer check.
I doubt that's what she's doing, but it could be. But what do you think about what it's translating? On the 21st day, the king goes down or doesn't go down to the house of God. What do you think that means?
I think that on the 21st day, he doesn't go to church.
So you think they had 5,600 years ago, they had some sort of
religion?
Not just religion, but like, what's the word? No, yeah, but like organized religion where
where would they get the word God from? Where would they get that from? I mean, they would have to have something to worship to call it a god.
Aliens, bro.
Unless God to them back then meant water, and we're all worshiping the wrong thing.
Well, God for many, ancient civilizations was the sun. Like even in Egyptian Ra was like the sun god or whatever. Yeah. So, interesting, man. Interesting.
Maybe they were worshiping aliens, bro. That's what it was.
Well, that's been.
that's the only.
Look at what's at the top. How did they know? We talked about this movie just once.
Don't give me this bad juju, Jonathan.
This is AI working.
AI is following us.
So here, I'm gonna read the title, and I wanna know what your first initial reaction is to it. It says American tourist arrested for smashing statues at Israel Museum, police say. What is the first thing that comes to mind? What kind of person do you think would do that?
Oh, that's a loaded question.
like age, male, female, purpose? What do you think?
I'm gonna answer that, Blue. You go right ahead.
I would say, man, because the last one that threw the paint on the Mona Lisa, she was a female. Right. And then the one before that was a guy that threw the banana at the other painting they were. So,
like an activist, right?
Yeah, I'm going to go 50-50. It's going to be a male again because the last one was a female.
See, for me, I'm talking more like when I hear this, the type of person that I'm thinking about is like an entitled person, probably a teenager of some sort, you know, out there on some sort of field trip or something. All right. And just knocking things down just to be a jerk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like Blue was saying last time about, throwing paint on like, pieces of art, right?
Right.
And like they're all activists. Like, I think it was one of them was like threw some kind of like canned food at it. I can't remember what it was. And then they super glued their hands to a certain like model or something. I can't. They do all this crazy shit, man. I don't know sure. But like, I remember one time I saw. I think it just happened that they like cemented their hands to the concrete, right? And they had to like some of their fingers got amputated. And I was like, oh, sucks, but oh well.
Dude, they'll do some.
It was a male.
It was a 40-year-old man, actually. So it wasn't an entitled kid. So the first time I read this, I thought it was an entitled kid, tourist or something like that. That's the first thing that comes to my mind when I hear, somebody from America defacing property overseas. You get what I'm saying? And, there's been a lot of situations where Americans have gone overseas and just felt that they could get away with anything almost to a certain extent. Like, for instance, there you go.
They're hungry.
Who was that female basketball? Brittany Griner or something like that? The basketball player that got caught with a vape pen in a different country. I think it was Russia, right?
Yeah, it was in Russia.
Yeah, it was. You can't go and violate their laws. Like it's not like America, you know what I mean? Like some places are super ass strict. Like just like you guys were saying, if you get caught doing certain things, they'll cut fingers and hands and all sorts of stuff. I wonder what this guy is looking at as far as punishment goes.
Right.
Let's see.
I wonder whatever happened to the guy that we traded for Brittany Griner.
Wasn't he like an arms dealer?
Yeah,
he was an arms dealer.
He was like a huge arms dealer.
The Lord of War or some shit.
Yeah.
It was a Cowboys fan. Yeah. Let's see. Basically, it was somebody who had some mental health issues, but I want to know what kind of what typically would be the punishment for committing a crime like this in Israel. It's interesting.
I don't know, man. Some of those countries have really strict rules, like they'll cut your hands off and stuff like that, or they'll throw you in jail for a long time with no representation.
Yeah.
I mean, Brazil did have mobs and stuff. They're like mob justice kind of thing.
Yeah, dude. I mean, well, there was a movie. I can't remember where the country was, but these two females got caught up in something and ended up going to jail for quite a bit. And I think it was Vietnam. It was crazy, dude.
I think it was Thailand, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it's like two girls go over there and they beat up a guy, and the guy puts drugs on their backpacks and stuff, and they get arrested. They spend 20-something years or something like that. And trying to get out. Yeah, I can't remember the name of the movie.
I can't remember it either. If you guys know it, hit us up in the live chat. Let us know.
Somebody's got it.
Somebody put them broke down palace. I'm not sure that's.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Where the hell did you see that? That was fast. Shit.
Let me put this up.
Make P.
Okay, so I was pumping
Yeah, 'cause I don't
gas.
trust you, Blue.
Yeah,
It does not look like a gas station, Blue.
Yeah, so this gas station was playing classical music, right? And then there's this lady here who's going crazy, and all I hear is when I'm pumping gas is like, "You know what my name is?" I'm like, "Okay, I'm the only one pumping gas. I guess she's talking to me, right?" And then she's like, she starts saying that she's Jesus Christ. She's like, "I'm Jesus Christ. I was sent from the heavens," and all this stuff, and the workers were starting to stare out there, and then even the 7-Eleven like made an announcement: "You are being recorded for your own safety." So I thought that was crazy, man. It was 4 a.m. though, so she was wigging out on something, man. She was over there punching the tree, and she was throwing her clothes all over the floor, and she was yelling at every car that drove by.
Where was this at?
It was on a gas station off of Fredericksburg.
Around what time? That's
Throwing
that clothes. I don't know.
I got out of work early at 4, and I was like, "Man, I need gas." So I had to put some gas, and I pulled into the wrong gas station.
Did you happen to notice if the person was eating a candy cane?
No candy cane.
or looked like he was craving one.
And I swear, man, like I seen her before at the bus stop because I stop at that gas station during the day too, and I guess she stays there in that area. But she looked normal last time. This time she was wigging out on something. So today I had to go to a meeting today, right, at this building, and then it's like I've been running into these situations like the last couple of days where the homeless people are just going crazy or they're wigging out on something. So I'm in the building, and they had like a display of T-shirts, right? And then they had like a bin. I guess that place they do sometimes give homeless people things, clothes and stuff. But that day they weren't. They were just like displays of like shirts that people designed. And this homeless guy just walks in, right? And he was wearing one of the shirts that was supposed to be on the wall. And like he was unclipping all the shirts and starting to take them. And the guy's like, "Hey, you're not supposed to take those. Those are displays, they're artwork." "Oh man, but I really need them." And like he's all scratching his neck. I really need this shirt. It's my color. And I was like, "Can you put it back?" He's like, "But where am I gonna get another shirt like this? I like the design." It's like, "But these are students' works, you know, like they can't be taken." And he was there for like 30 minutes trying to convince the guy to give him a T-shirt, man. And the guy's like, "I'll get you a T-shirt, but I can't get you these because these are artwork." So I don't know, man. Some people are crazy. And I've seen that guy before at my work. And I remember him because he came in with like a collar shirt, right? A nice collar shirt one day, and it was in a package. He's like, "Man, I'll sell you this shirt for $1." And I was like, "Man, I don't need a shirt. And it's a small, you know, I ain't no small person." Right. So the next day he brings it.
Wait. So does that mean you considered it? Because
no,
it's a small. Like you looked at it.
He threw it like on the counter, and I had to give it back to him, man. I was like, "Here."
And you just so happened to check the size.
So no,
like, maybe it'll fit me. Maybe it's a crop top.
Maybe. And then the next time he came in, it was all full of blood and stuff. It's like, I just need $1, man. I just need $1. I was like, "Man, I ain't buying your bloody shirt for $1."
What if he's like, "What about for 50 cents?"
That's crazy out there, man. So
sold.
Be careful out there, man, pumping gas in the middle of the night or in the middle of the morning.
Yeah, 100%. We have 2 more of these, and then we'll call it a show, y'all. This one says, "From runways to rockets, Prada will help design NASA spacesuits for missions to the moon." Like, doesn't NASA already spend enough? Can you imagine they're gonna get Prada spacesuits? Like, what's next? Like Gucci and I don't know the other ones. Like, I don't know. I don't know all the famous Versace.
Couldn't afford the materials, man. Prada has all the materials that can actually not breathe out, not the air in them.
I don't know, dude, but
Versace.
It's Versace. I just slowly said it. But I don't know, man. I think this is crazy that they're going with Prada, man. They're gonna go up in there in style. I guess if in case they meet the aliens, right? They need to look good for the occasion.
Big pimping.
Right, right.
Yeah, aliens don't like the color white. You have to be the color green.
But that's what is that noise? What are you moving?
My phone buzzed.
That wasn't buzzing.
Yeah, I put it to charge on the counter.
So this is for the Artemis missions. Oh wait, never mind. That was the old mission. But there happened another Artemis mission in 2025 where they're going to try to take a new crew out to the moon. But what is that? 2025 is in 2 years, right? Right. Elon Musk predicts that they're going to land on Mars in 3, with probably not wearing Prada. There's a race going on between NASA, Prada, or in connection with Prada, and then you have Elon Musk, SpaceX, and Tesla. There's a race going on.
It's weird. Like, it's kind of weird that you have Elon Musk and NASA trying to go to space with these suits, and Elon Musk supposed to be in Mars in 3 years, and then we got Blue trying to buy a bloody T-shirt that's half his size. It's so weird.
It's a weird time, man. It's a weird time. Weird. But like, they can't even get the damn Cybertruck out in time. What makes you think that they're gonna land in Mars in 3 years?
Right. Didn't they break the window on those things? Was it fairly easy?
Oh, dude, that shit was funny. He was like, "Yeah, these things are bulletproof. I'll throw this rock at it." Go straight through it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I was gonna say I wanted to send Elon Musk and say, hey, I'll test out your Cybertruck and see if we can get a boat in and out of the water for you, right? And then I saw a video that I guess this guy had a Tesla Model Y or something. He's putting jet skis and he couldn't get it out of the water and it sank, And then the thing caught on fire while it was still in the water. Was still on fire. You see the flames coming out the top of the car, and they couldn't do anything about it. They just had to let it burn out in the water. And they were saying like there was a water treatment plant, like not even half a block from the place, and like you see all the chemicals from the battery are getting into the water treatment plant. And you see the whole car like burning up inside the water, and they're just turning black. So it's crazy that those batteries catch on fire like that.
That's the one thing that worries me, man. That's the reason why I haven't got one of those electric vehicles. I mean, I drive around a lot, and I've considered it. I've strongly considered it here recently with how much gas prices are. But tax credit and stuff. I think here in Texas, they're kind of screwing people now. They're charging people like $200 a year or something like that in registration to have a electric vehicle only. I don't understand the angle there, but it is what it is. And so you pay your $200 whatever, but you have the car. There was this one situation with this Prius out in Las Vegas where Henry Ruggs, wide receiver for the Vegas Raiders, crashed his Corvette into the back of a Prius, and he ended up taking the life of the driver. And he was driving fast or whatever and crashed into her. The crash isn't what took their life. It's that she got trapped in the car, and in the batteries caught on fire.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and so that's the one thing that worries me. He was it was a couple of years ago. He just got he just went to court. I think he only got like 3 years or maybe 2, something like that. Yeah.
Copyright.
He says we're gonna have to pay extra tax if we still have petrol or diesel cars then. That's where majority of not majority. That's where a few states are going with, right? California is one of them that they want to get rid of gas vehicles.
But next year or some shit like that.
But that's funny how California tells all the electric car owners they can't charge their car during the day, right? And then you can charge like 2 days a week or something because they're on the verge of like the power stations going out every couple of days.
Yeah.
Dang, man, that's crazy.
You know, like I never liked electric cars. You know, I never thought about buying one or anything. But I'll tell you, if they made like electric cars with like the old school styles, like the old school 1965 like Chevys style, body style, sign me up. I'm buying one of those bad boys. But like an old school, like
like a retro mod.
like like a Chevelle, like the old school Chevelles.
Yeah.
I mean, if they come out like that nowadays, I bet you they'll be flying off the shelf, man.
There is a couple guys. There's one guy that's doing C10s, Chevy C10s as electric trucks, and they're nice.
Nobody cares for C10s.
There's like 700 horsepower.
Yeah, there's this guy that did that to to like a 65 Mustang, and it was like a 65 fastback, and they were putting it they put a couple of batteries in it and they were racing it, and that sucker had over 1,000 horsepower. It's the torque in those things that get you going. Yes, Jaime. Somebody took that off.
My bad.
The old styles rock. Cold covered. You know, I had
C10s, the old school C10s, like my dad has a C10, 1960, I think it's 4, long bed, and he converted it to a short bed, and he got it painted and everything, did everything, the whole restoration to it. But like if they would come out with those body styles, man, damn, that'd be bad. I'll buy myself like a GTO, like an old school GTO. That'll be badass to have. I was wanting a GTO, even the new ones.
So for me, if I was getting an older car, I like those bombers, man. Like I had a '53 Bel Air hardtop not too long ago. In fact, you know, I'll show you guys. I think I have a couple pictures of it. I had named it Donna, kind of like the movie, like La Bamba, Richie Valens' girlfriend Donna. It just kind of reminded me of the 50s and stuff. So, you know, it's a vehicle. It's got to be it's female, so female name. 601 horsepower. Wow. Not my Bel Air. It actually came out in a movie, but I'm waiting for that movie to come out. And I drove that sucker from here to the other side of San Antonio. And dude, I was terrified. I had no idea that it had a straight inline 6, probably had like 60 horsepower, if that. Had these tires that were probably as wide as, I don't know, maybe 6 inches wide. I think it did, but I don't know if it worked.
Yo, I'm a model by the time you get
like that was all strong. Because those things are heavy, dude. They're made out of steel. Let me see. I'm almost there. There it is. All right, let me get one.
Man, if we had the budget and we can do like their projects, like a $1,000 car, that'd be awesome.
What do you mean?
Right? Bring me a Cavalier.
Somebody said we should do a Top Gear style show all about cars.
Dude, I love cars.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, let me edit this up real quick.
I
just want to cut some of the things out.
Yeah, I seen an electric. I want to say there is an electric Ford Pinto. It came out on Monster Garage.
Weren't the old school Pintos like known for like exploding?
Yeah,
because the gas tank was too far to the rear or some shit.
Yeah, like leak into.
So like with the small accident, it will like burst into flames.
That's not good.
No, that's some evil shit going on.
All right, just sent them out so I can show you guys. This was Donna. I probably should have kept her, but somebody offered me some pretty good money for it, and I couldn't say no.
A pretty penny.
A pretty penny. And so right now, I believe it's out in California. So
California, a 66 GTO convertible. That's nice. I don't like the word. I don't like that it says had. I don't like that.
All right, here it is. This was Donna. This is what was her acting debut. She was in a movie that was supposed to be themed in the 50s. And so the Black Vehicle Flames was the apparent star of the show. And they needed some other vehicles to be in the background. They're like, if you have a 50-something vehicle, give us a call and check, and we'll put you up in our in the video. So I was like, I got a 53 Bel Air hardtop. Let's go. And so I took it all the way over there, man. It was like on the opposite side of San Antonio, but fortunately it was like around 1 a.m, 2 a.m, and it was at this one place called the Pig Stand, the Pig Stand, and a lot of like old school cars used to go there on the weekends and whatnot. And it's just on the opposite side of town, but my car made it. Freaking, I didn't know if it would. But yeah, that's her.
It lasted longer than the Honda.
Dude, the blown on. Right now, I think I got to get a new motor on it again. It started. I'm pretty sure it's burning oil from somewhere. I turned it on and white smoke, smells sweet. And so I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the gasket's messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's Honda, dude.
Yeah, but
when it comes to the Bel Air, there's one I would always want to rebuild, and it's the Bel Air wagon.
Oh, nice.
I think they're 57, so they came out.
Yeah. I don't remember when they came out, but those were nice. What about you? You said the GTO Honda 69 is what you would go with?
Yeah, 69, maybe a little bit older. I'll go a little bit older. I also like the newer styles, like the 2004 or something like that. I can't remember. Those were pretty cool too. Considering that they looked like they didn't look like they had muscle, but they had an LS1 engine in it. You know?
Yeah. 2009, I think they made them.
Something like that, right?
I almost bought one, man. It was a red one.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I almost bought one in San Angelo.
Yeah, I couldn't negotiate the guy anymore down at the dealership. So I ended up getting a Dodge Challenger.
But I had a Challenger too. Dude, I've had so many cars. It's horrible. That was like my weakness, right? Or just vehicles. I've had a Challenger, a Shelby GT350, an SRT Challenger, the LC500. I've had this car. I had an Audi, a BMW M6 Grand Coupe. Now that one,
Range Rover.
The Range Rover. I had the Range Rover. The Grand Coupe BMW. That one was pretty awesome. It had the ability to, when you got in there, it had that soft close door. So you just close the door. Like if you didn't close it all the way, it'd close it for you. And it was pretty cool. It was neat, but it always had a bunch of problems.
That's like
yeah, it is. It is. But it's because it's a bunch of computers and stuff inside the cars nowadays. You know what I mean? If one of those things goes off, the whole thing is messed up. That's
the only thing that sucks about nowadays. Like, shit, old school cars, you can open the hood and you can get in there with the engine and work on it.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's so compact that you have no space to move around. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, no,
especially like with those, like with yours is a Street 6, man. I bet you open that hood, there's gonna be a bunch of space around it.
Dude, I could probably put a seat in there and like have somebody in there hanging out on the way up there.
Have a picnic in
there. Probably so, man. It's those things are, but they don't like that no more, man. And the reason is they don't want you working on the car. They want you to bring it back into the dealership so that they can make their money, the whole 9 yards. It's pretty crappy. But it is what it is. But yeah, this was I got this vehicle. So I bought it for, I want to say like $14,000. And it was in Minnesota. I actually bought it off of eBay. Right. and I found it, and they were like, it was the last day, and they took the reserve off. And I was like, fuck, man, that's pretty cheap. So I was like, I didn't get an opportunity to see it running. I didn't get an opportunity to look at it. It was in Minnesota. I live in Texas. So I was like, I got to jump on it. So I went ahead and I said, fuck it, and I bought it. And I had to then get somebody to bring it down, right? Now, I was kind of concerned because it was up in Minnesota, and this was, oh gosh, probably, it was in the summer, but, you know, I was concerned that if it was up there during the winter, that there could be some rust issues, you know what I'm saying? And they end up sending me, they send me the VIN number. And so I look up the VIN, and sure enough, man, this vehicle had an off-frame restoration and was in the Barrett-Jackson auction in like 2010 or something like that. And it was the it had, what was it? It was a resto. It was completely done, the whole 9 yards. And when I got it, it needed like some spark plug wires, and that was it. Everything else worked perfect. You know, it had trouble getting up into my driveway because I have a little bit of a steep driveway. But once I replaced the spark plugs and the wires, ran like a champ, dude. Turned on every single time. And I ended up selling it for quite a bit more than I paid for it. So, you know, it's gone, but I don't know if I'd buy another one. I never used it as much as I wanted it.
You probably will.
I don't know, man.
When you talking about buying a helicopter at one point?
That was a helicopter. That was the Jetson with the one person like freaking drone that you sit in. But I'm too heavy for that, dude. You have to be like under 200 pounds or something like that. And I'm like, oh, shit, there goes my opportunity. And they're too expensive. I wouldn't get one of those. But I don't have the money for that either. But I wish. But
I gotta get going, guys. Y'all take care.
No,
sounds
Blue,
good, Blue.
stay.
He's got a special day tonight, I think.
Yes, prostate exam.
You know it. But yeah, man, I mean, so I don't know if I would ever do the electric vehicle thing. I talk about it. I've looked into them. Like there's one that's coming out, the EQ9 from Kia, and you wouldn't expect it to be like cool or whatever, but man, Kia's really stepped their game up in the recent years. Like their vehicles are pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie. Even Hyundai has some new vehicles. The Santa Fe. Have you seen the new one?
No, I haven't.
It's freaking huge, dude. It looks like a damn Suburban, and yeah, it's freaking huge. There's a lot of space. It looks like you can take it off road. It looks pretty cool. In fact, you know what? I'll pull up a picture of it and then I'll show you what those look like. But there was the EQ9. Oh, what's that?
My saw that was it the Kia Telluride?
Yeah,
that thing's pretty nice. It runs.
It is
real nice. It has a lot of space, man.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, even the little Hyundais, the little cars, they're pretty cheap, man. You can get them pretty cheap, and they're kind of worth it, you know. Especially if you keep up the maintenance and everything. I mean, if you don't drive it like hell.
Yeah, watch this.
You still got the picture I sent you?
Oh, the hand one?
Yeah, Mr. Hands.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Yeah, you want me to show that one?
Oh, in a bit, no.
Yeah, we can do that. So the new Hyundai Santa Fe, that looks kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. Like, look at how big that thing is.
Doesn't it give you like Range Rover vibes?
It does, dude. When you look in the inside, like for instance, this is the steering wheel. The interior, it looks like Range Rover.
Don't you
like,
hate
steering? Yes. but that's because mine was always broke. I've had some bad luck with cars, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, this is the that's what it looks like, man. I think that's pretty slick. And then you got the Kia EV9. Look at that thing. Like, I don't know, man. That looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. And that's the steering wheel on that one. And the interior, the infotainment center. I've been doing my research, man, because I've been thinking to myself, I might want another vehicle soon. You know, right now, I really don't need a third one, but one of them is which probably could get stolen at any second because Hondas are so easy to steal. Like, that's the first thing that, like, when I bought my car and I went to like a Honda forums, are like, you need to buy a steering wheel that comes off real quick because your shit will get stolen.
You gotta get the club.
The club is another option. And so I was like, damn, man, I can't park anywhere then. Like, I can't go anywhere without those things. And so,
just take a tire off.
Right. As soon as I get there. But somebody might take the other three.
We'll take the jack stands.
But man, I don't know, man. I actually kind of like this thing. But the only thing is about these Kias, or not just Kias, but about these vehicles that are what I'm looking for. They don't have that much range. Like, the range that they tell you is if like nobody's in the vehicle. And so once you add people, persons, weight, luggage, I think it ends up really dumbing it down quite a bit. Like, it brings it down by a tremendous amount.
Yeah. Somebody said something about Broncos, the new Broncos. I think they're tiny, man. They're like way too small. They're like little Tonka toys.
They do. I mean, I don't know. I like them, but I think they're overpriced.
For what they are, right? Just like Jeeps.
Yeah, Jeeps are overpriced. Like, I went to go buy a Jeep one time. Yeah, I wanted one of those Jeep trucks. Now, I know they're going for quite a bit less now, but I went to go buy a Jeep truck. And they were like, yeah, it's going to be everything like 60-some thousand, which this was a couple years ago. And I was like, damn. And they're like, well, you can buy this like Laramie fully loaded Ram truck, 1500, with the bigger cab and the space and the panoramic sunroof and the big ass screen for like 55. And I'm like, I'm gonna the little truck, and it doesn't have any of those things. It's pretty much, don't have anything, but I can take the doors off, or I can go get the bigger truck that comes with everything. I chose the bigger truck. I just couldn't do it. You know what I mean? I couldn't justify it for the little truck.
Yeah.
Not saying that, for those that do or enjoy that, to each is their own. I just couldn't justify the payment.
Yeah.
All right. So,
man,
I got this picture up. Hi, man.
Oh, my picture is the nude.
Yes. Now, it could be.
Okay.
I want to warn the audience.
It is
discretion. Viewer discretion is advised. This is it's a gruesome picture.
Stop lying.
We're
losing people.
All right,
let's.
Tell us a little bit of a story behind it. What happened?
All right. Well,
before we show it.
So my parents ended up. They asked me if I could go take care of the house while they were out of town. They went to see my sister out in Pennsylvania, and we have dogs, and my mom has a bunch of plants, bro, like a bunch that I have to water, on the grass. So like they asked me, they were out there for a week, so they asked me to go out there. But the thing is that my mom's house is like super, like, it's pretty haunted, man. It's things happen there that like other people like have experienced there as well, and they don't believe in the paranormal. So like when they go out there and they experience that stuff, it's like, oh, we're not coming back here anymore,
Yeah.
I think my parents been there for like 25 years or something like that. So like when I was living there, like there was stuff happening to me all the time. Well, from voices to to shadow people, to just things moving. Things moving around by themselves. This, I think it was a couple of months ago that they went to Pennsylvania and they asked me to take care of the the lawn and the plants and the dogs and whatnot. So I went every day. I would go out there after work and water the plants and whatever. Anyways, I was watering some plants at the very back of the house, and it felt like I ran into like a big spider web. You know what I mean? Like you ever run into a spider web, you can like feel it. You can't really like see it, but you can feel it.
Yeah.
So I felt
I know
like
exactly. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, I felt like I ran into like a real big spider web, right? And I was like, I didn't think nothing of it. So I just finished what I was doing and came back to the apartment and whatnot, and take off my shirt. And the first thing my girl was like, "What the hell is that on my? What the hell is that on your arm? Like right here towards my chest?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "What do you mean?" And I go check it out, man, and it's there's a handprint right here on my shoulder, right here towards my shoulder and my arm, and it's like I think it took like 2.5 days for it to go in, which is weird. Yeah, it took a while, and it's like you can really tell it's like somebody's handprint, and it was weird because like nobody was there,
Yeah.
But like a couple of days later too, I went back and I would do the same thing, and I came back home also with another one on the back of my on my back right by my neck, but it wasn't as dark as this one. You know what I mean? But like it's weird, man. Like there's stuff that happens in my mom's house all the time. Like I wish I can just like leave like a camera, you know what I mean, like security cams in there.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of things that's happened to me, my sister, to my mom. My dad really doesn't have a lot of experiences there, but then again, he's always working. So
yeah.
So most of my experiences have happened there in my mom's house.
It's pretty crazy, dude. It looks like it's raised up a little bit.
Yeah, you can actually feel it. Like it almost felt. It looks like somebody just went and like full force just went boom, hit me hard, dude. But like I never felt it. I just felt like like the spider web thing. I almost felt like that. It felt all over my body, and then that showed up later on.
Because I'm trying to figure out like how somebody would leave that print, and the only way I can think of is if they came at you like that. It's just weird.
Yeah, it's weird, man. Especially because like it took like 2.5 days for it to go like to start fading away and going away. Yeah. So like even if like you would have hit me like how wrestlers over here in the chest.
Yeah.
But it would have had to be super hard for it to like stay on there for like 2.5 days.
Yeah, that is weird. That's weird. And you said you had one on the back of your neck?
Yeah, like I think 2 days later I went back and the same thing happened, but it was closer to the back of my towards my neck on my back. It was faint. But like you could barely see it.
Yeah.
I don't have a picture now. I do have a picture, but I'll show it next time.
I don't want to know what else people can see from that angle.
Oh, they can see everything, buddy. Everything. That's members only.
Members only.
I cropped myself. Yeah. I cropped the picture. Don't worry. There's no
So that's crazy, dude. And you said you felt like walking into spider webs, and then you had that handprint. Did it burn?
It did. It wasn't excruciating pain either, but like it was hot to the touch.
Yeah.
It was warm. You could feel it burning especially when you take a shower. I was taking a shower. Oh yeah, I was taking a shower. Like the water will hit it, you could feel it.
Ooh.
Yeah. So it was weird, man. It's super weird. And there's no way it was my hand.
Well, you couldn't because the way the thumb was positioned.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd have to like. It would be weird. Yeah. So it would be weird. Well, that's a crazy one, man. That's a crazy one. I would say, take some holy water next time you're out there. Light something on fire, drink it. I don't know. Drink some vodka. make a mixed drink. One time there was some weird stuff that was happening at my parents' house, and like I'd heard banging on the door one time, and one time a buddy of mine came over, and we were this is a long answer, obviously, because we were listening to one of the new Eminem CDs on YouTube. So it was after YouTube, but before. This was like the first album I had ever seen like completely released on YouTube, so it was a while ago, and we're jamming out to it, right? Me and my buddy, and we're having a couple of beers, and one of my other buddies actually on his way. It was Hector and Big Rob. Well, anyways, me and Hector were waiting on Rob, and we go outside to smoke a cigarette, and I go in to go grab another beer because we're like pre-gaming. We go out to the bars, and I walk in and I hear something sliding, right? And I'm like, what the hell is that? And so I walk in and I walk into the hallway, and I see this box that was there that hadn't been there before. Like it wasn't there when we walked out, right? It looked like it came from the room we were in though. And so I yelled out to Hector, I'm like, hey, come here. And he came inside and he came and looked, and I was like, did you see this box here in the hallway before? And he's like, nah, dude, I'm pretty sure that box was under the desk because I was not kicking it. And I was like, all right, that's pretty crazy. And then like we had heard other things, right? And so Hector was aware of it, and he's like, let's do a seance. I was like, I don't want to do no damn seance, dude. That's kind of creepy. But we ended up doing one. And now there wasn't any like
you were all pushover, all easy. It's like,
yeah, I was like, no, I don't want to do it. He's like, come on,
all right.
And I was like, but there was no like Ouija board or anything like that. Freaking Hector was just like yelling out, if there's a ghost here, move the plant, right? Just shit like that. But I think he offended it because he said, if you watch Daniel shower, move the plant or something like that. And then like nothing moved, nothing ever happened. But like there was like a feeling of like easiness after that. And dude, the stuff stopped happening. So go in there and just tell it some horrible things and maybe it'll leave. That's my advice to you.
Yeah, well, I think when I was younger, my mom would say that I would talk to like in my sleep. So like I would have conversations with people. So I was like, I don't know if that's like they're already, from that young of an age, I was already like, kind of sensitive to that stuff. Because I experienced this. I'm experiencing things even at work, man. So yeah, it's kind of weird, that this kind of things just like travel with me. So if anybody wants to have an experience, paranormal experience, that is, come on by.
Dude, we need to go. Like take you, obviously, since you're the magnet here.
I knew you were gonna say that. So every time like we talk about going on a trip, like a ghost hunt, I was like, I'm gonna be the first one in line.
Dude, we're gonna have to throw you there like a day early just to get it warmed up. We're gonna put you there like, all right.
I'm like the fluffer of paranormals.
And then we'll go the second day, cameras and everything, and everybody will be ready to show up, dude. That's the way we got to do this, man. It was like that one time. Remember when you were hiding in the trunk of the car, and I
don't think I was hiding in there, but
you were. Well, we were young. This is when we were in high school. We had 5 of us, maybe 6 of us, in a 5-person car, and nobody wanted to sit on anybody's laps, right? Because we're all men, and so one of us decided that. Or it was decided that one of us would ride in the trunk at a time, and we were going to just go cruising. And what we ended up doing, you have to understand, we were young, stupid teenagers. what we ended up doing is we would pull up to the mall, and this around Halloween, if I remember correctly, and I would open the trunk. I'd pop the trunk, and then Jaime or whoever would jump out and start yelling at people or whatever. Right? It was just stupid high school stuff. Well, Jaime got in the trunk, and instead of taking him to the mall, I took him to the cemetery.
Yeah, I never heard of pop. I was like, man, this mall trip is taking forever. And then it was like bumpy. I was like, where are these guys taking me? And it was at they opened the trunk. They popped the trunk at the cemetery.
Yeah, which is on the other side of town. So it was a pretty good drive.
It was. I fell asleep for a little bit. I was like,
I just remember when I think it was Hugo. It may have been Jonathan. One of those two guys. It was their turn, and the cat like ran out, or I may have saw a cat. I think, and I yelled out "cat," and I hit the brake, and I just heard doo, 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 out of the trunk.
Yeah.
Oh
Crazy.
my God.
Good
That
times.
was
Good times.
Good times. Good times. I'd still take the 50K. You know what I'm talking about. So,
Yeah,
guys, that's going to do it for us. We're going to be back on Monday. If you have any ideas, just, topic ideas, things of that nature, hit us up on our email, drunkturkeyshow@gmail.com, on our Twitter @drunkturkeyshow. With that being said, hit that like, subscribe, the whole 9 yards. We're out of here. Peace.
Oh.
Damn, that sure taking a while to turn off.